This is a 48-inch Baldwin Monarch upright piano built in 1927 in Chicago. It's the piano we sampled for the Chicago Upright in 1927 for the Master Keys plugin. All of its parts are original, and at almost 100 years old, it has seen quite a bit of wear and tear in its life. It definitely doesn't sound the way it did when it was first built, and that's kind of what I love about it. Before sampling this piano, we brought in a tech to give it a bit of a facelift. He tuned it, cleaned up the hammers so that it would have an even tone across the keyboard, and fixed some of the squeaky joints. It wasn't a major overhaul, but it was enough to get this piano to sing its best given its age. And the results ended up being pretty fun. I want to jump in and take a look at what it is that this piano does well and what it does not so well, where it shines and where it flops, so that you can use it to its full potential. To start off, a quick playthrough will instantly show you what kind of character this piano has. It has a sort of warm but clean sound. Because it's freshly tuned, it doesn't have that honky-tonk bar piano sound, but you can almost taste the grime in these strings, especially as you get down to the low end. In the mid-range, you get that classic tubbiness that upright pianos are known for. The high end has a surprisingly sweet sound with loads of sustain. The soft overtones just feel so smooth. The dynamics on this piano are a bit limited. Playing loud opens up the sound a little bit, but this piano won't take you from whisper to thunder like a new piano might. You'll also notice that the release on some of these notes, especially on the low end, is a bit slow. This is a classic symptom of old uprights. Because the dampers are spring-loaded, they can lose their tension over time if not maintained. Because of this, it takes some time to get those low notes to stop ringing. We decided to keep this feature in the plugin because it just adds to the charm of the piano. What it does do really well is give you that intimate, raw feel, like you're sitting down in a room alone to just play a simple song. There's something that just feels so unpretentious and real. It's not trying to be something that it isn't while still having a lot to say. You probably won't be using this piano on a concerto album or to cut through a dense mix, but it works really well for times where you need a gritty, intimate piano. It sounds like the piano you grew up playing. We recorded this piano with 5 stereo microphone positions so that you can pick and choose what perspective works best for your song. The default is a wide pair of omnidirectional mics close to the back of the soundboard. This is the spot where the piano projects the most and is intended to give you a close, woody sound. We also put a spaced pair of microphones slightly farther back and closer together. These microphones give you a narrower and more natural sound, It's also less warm and intimate, but captures the entire piano a bit better. Next, we put some microphones underneath the keyboard on the string side of the soundboard. This gives a close but more lively sound because you can hear the strings vibrating directly. This is an interesting mic position because you wouldn't normally mic an upright piano here, because the sound of the piano would be overrun by the pedal noise and foot movement. Luckily, we don't have that problem when recording samples, so we can get away with it. The next microphone position is from above looking at the hammers. You might think this would give the most up-close and percussive sound, but surprisingly it doesn't. It actually gives you a very muted, mellow sound, but most accurately represents what it sounds like to be sitting at the piano and playing. Lastly, we have some room microphones. This is a pair of mics about 10 feet from the back of the piano. These are intended to capture the room sound and usually sound better blended with the other microphones.